so in this section, it's 12.5. It's volume of cones and pyramids. And if you can't tell by the pictures, I like ice cream cones and I like dogs more than I like cats, but that's like way off topic. So pyramid, looks like a pyramid, and a cone, the ice cream cone, not the ice cream, just the cone part. So we're going to start off with pyramids first. So how does the volume of a prism and a pyramid that have congruent bases and the same heights compare? Well, before, to find the prism, you did the base area, or you found the perimeter of the base and times it by the height. Well, you're going to do kind of the same thing here. For a pyramid, you do the base area times the height, and you divide it by 3. So it's the same exact thing, it's just pretty much base times height divided by 3. So this is times by 1/3, you get the same exact thing. So before, when we were finding surface area, you had to find the lateral area, then the base area, then the surface area, and it just took forever. Here you got 2 steps. Step 1, find the base area. So my base area, well, let's see, this is a square, so it's 5 times 5. So my base area is 25. Step 2, find the volume. So much easier. So my base area, I just found 25 times how tall is this? Now, this case, before we were finding this height right here, which was called our lateral height or our slant height. We don't need that. So now you don't have to worry about anything on the outside. Now it's all on the inside. So from top to bottom, that is 10. And we're going to divide this by 3. That's what the times by 1/3 is. So you either divide by 3 or times by 1/3, you get the same exact answer. So when you do this, you get 250 divided by 3. Now, that is not an even number. So when everything like this, unless it's got pi in it or a square root of a number, I want it rounded to, let's see, the nearest hundredths. That means 2 decimals. So this is 83.33 centimeters. Now, on surface area, it was squared. And I want you to think of it this way. This was 5. Let's call these each meters, just for sake of it's easy to write. So these were all meters. So this was 5 meters times 5 meters. Well, meters and meters make meters squared. So 25, this is 25 meters squared. This is 10 meters. Well, I have 2 meters and another meter. So that means my final answer is going to be centimeters cubed. So for volume, everything is going to be cubed now. In surface area, everything was squared. So now volume, it's cubed because we have 3 dimensions here. So on the next example, we now have a triangular pyramid. So the nice thing about pyramids is that no matter what the shape of the base is, whether it be a rectangle, a square, a triangle, a polygon, anything, it'll always be the area of the base times the height divided by 3. Doesn't matter. The only thing that will change is the formula you will use to find the base area. So for here, we have a right triangle. So step 1, find the base area. Now, as I said before, when we were finding other shapes, finding the area of a triangle, the 2 sides that make the right angle, so here's my right angle, the 2 sides that make that are your base and your height. So that'd be my 4 and my 3. So it's just 4 times 3, and since it's a triangle, we divide that by 2. So we get 6. Well, 6 yards. We'll leave it like that. And since it's area, we do 6 yards squared. You don't have to put that. I don't want to see everything till the end, but if you must, it's yards squared for that one. So the volume is the base area, so 6, times the height. Now the height here is 9 yards. We are given that. Remember, it's a straight perpendicular height now. So 6 times 9 divided by 3. So if it helps you remember, when we were finding area, we divided by 2, so it was squared. Now, since all of our units have a cube added, so a 3, we're going to divide everything by 3. Well, let's see, 6 times 9 is 54. Divide that by 3, and we get 18, and my unit is yards cubed. So there we go. Volume tends to be a lot easier than surface area because it's a lot less work. Now, the only way that I could make this possibly any more work for you would be to give you the slant height, and you have to use Pythagorean theorem to find the actual height. But I won't do that. Don't worry. So my next example. So we did a square pyramid. We just did a triangular pyramid. So now here is a rectangular pyramid. So again, we do the exact same thing. Base area. Base area first. Well, it's a rectangle, so the area formula for a rectangle is just base times height. So that's 2 times 4. So my base area is 8. So my volume, I almost said surface area, we're on volume now. So our volume is base area of 8 times the height, so top to bottom, straight up and down, is 4, divided by 3. So we get 32 divided by 3. Again, not a pretty number, so round to the nearest hundred, so 2 decimals. So that is 10.67 centimeters cubed. Remember, it's cubed for volumes. I can't stress it enough. It is cubed. So now we've had pyramids. Now it's time to move on to cones. So define a cone. Well, the volumes of a cylinder and a cone are very, very similar to the way a prism and a pyramid were. You're going to take the base area times by the height, and now you're going to divide it by 3. So they have that common factor dividing everything by 3. So again, find the base area, then find the volume. So my base area. Well, my base is a circle, so my base area is just pi r squared. So my radius, we are told, is 6 centimeters. So we have pi times 6 squared. So my base area is 36 pi. Since I have pi in the equation and it doesn't tell me to round, I want to leave pi alone. I want that in my answer. So now we do volume. So volume is your base area, so 36 pi, times how tall this is. And we're told that h is equal to 8 centimeters. So we're going to do times 8. So when we do that, oh, almost forgot, we have to divide by 3. So remember, everything in this so far, divide by 3. So when we get all this, we get 98 pi. And then don't forget the centimeters cubed. If you write squared, that would be wrong, and I would mark it wrong. So make sure you put cubed whenever I'm asking for volume. On your homework, it'll have you finding the volume and the surface area sometimes, so make sure if you're finding the volume, you use the cubed, and if you're finding the surface area, you use squared. So I got one more example for you, and then the quiz, so very short video today. So on this one, we are given the radius and we're given the height. That is all we need to know. So the base area is just pi r squared. So pi times my radius squared. So this one's actually almost identical to the one we just did, except for the height's a little different, and the picture is not the same. So my base area is again 36 pi. So my volume is base area again, so what I just found, 36 pi, times how tall this is, so it is 12, divide by 3. So we do all that, we get 144 pi, and then don't forget the units, so meters squared. Oh, I just made it, oops. Meters cubed, I mean. I know some of you yell at me, Miss Malone, it was cubed, not squared. So 144 pi meters cubed. So if you have any troubles remembering any of these, I know I kind of went through this kind of fast. I mean, we're at 8 minutes right now, so very, very short video. Go back, rewatch the video, the whole entire video. You can fast forward to the parts you don't know. And then you have 2 questions for the quiz today. One is find the volume of the square pyramid. So again, base area times the height, divide by 2, or divide by 3, sorry. So again, base area is found, this is the base right here. Let's find the area of that. Then you're going to take it times how tall this is. And the next question is a cone. So same principle, find the area of the base. Here my base is this circle, and take it times how tall this is. So just because it's laying down on its side doesn't mean it's not, that the height still doesn't go up and down. The height goes from the base to the point. Whether it be up and down, left and right, diagonal, front and back, doesn't matter. So again, like I said, rewatch this as needed. Make sure you do these quizzes, 2 questions on Edmodo before you come to class tomorrow.